YouTube channel. I'm Victoria, and I'm making this video to just talk about something that I heard on the news a while ago. I didn't get the time to talk about it at the time, but well, here goes. And it's about a lady who took poison in her husband's presence, and he just watched her and actually recorded her taking the poison. And they watched her. I think he was with the nanny, so they just watched her until she was gone beyond the point she could be saved. Then I think they started calling the neighbors in to help and stuff like that. And it's really unfortunate that things could get to a point like that. What makes it so much worse is that these people had their 2 children in their room. So apparently this lady had met this guy when she had a child with some other guy, and they settled down and started a family. Honestly, it's a bit unclear what went on between her moving from this guy to the other one with whom they had a child. And so this guy is a DJ, and he got really, I don't know if okay, he was just an F-boy. I guess I can't say that out loud. He would have relationships with other women on the side, which makes me think if he met her on the side like that when he was with someone else, then that might just have been a setup for disaster. But regardless, what happened is terrible, and I'm not condoning it in any kind of way. In fact, I think that not just the husband needs to pay for what happened, but even the nanny who stood by and watched and did nothing as she was watching this lady take poison. Something has to be done, because there are 2 children in the picture who will probably be scarred for the rest of their lives, and that's not something that they asked for. So this lady actually took poison. She mixed it, or she poured it into whatever she was going to drink it from. I didn't watch the video. I didn't have the heart to. And okay, sorry, just to take you back again. This is something that didn't even happen like 2 weeks or a week ago when I heard about it. It happened a really long time ago, but it's kind of gone viral because this guy uploaded this video for whatever reasons he uploaded it, and so it became everyone's business, including mine. So this lady threatened to take the poison. She took it. He started recording the whole event. He was talking some smack. The nanny was unmoved. The children were confused, as they would be, and unfortunately, the lady passed away. The guy showed the video as evidence that he didn't actually kill her, so he's free, and he's actually asking for custody for the kids, which I don't think that he should get. And the reason that I don't think he should get this custody is because, honestly, he watched their mother taking poison and dying. What makes anyone in the world think that he's going to give them the kind of reasonable upbringing that children deserve? Honestly, children haven't done anything to anyone, so they don't need to be paying for sins at their young age. And here's my take on these shenanigans. I'll start with the lady, and I'm going to just say it out loud. She was probably insane. She'd probably just lost her mind, because I can't think in any kind of universe that I will actually sit down and take poison in the same house as my children. Like, if I ever decided to kill myself, I will just go very far away and make sure that they just minimize the chances of them ever finding out what happened. Like, doing it in front of them, just wow. So for that, maybe she was dramatic. Honestly, okay, she was dramatic for doing that, and I think she was doing it thinking that, oh wow, if I put my husband at to this test, then this is the only way I'm going to know for sure that he loves me and not any of those other women he's running around with. And that's a very stupid thing to do. I'm not victim shaming, but honestly, why would you think that someone's going to stop you from taking poison when he's been cheating on you? If this guy could, he would probably just kill her with his bare hands, but he doesn't want to face the consequences, hence why he made the video. So I think that this lady might have been out of her mind, and this might have been for a few reasons. I think I'm not trained or qualified to give any kind of medical or psychological output, so this is basically just my opinion on the matter. So I think that this lady might have had some faulty genes in her line. Maybe other people in her family have issues of running mad, or she might have been stressed by this guy to the point that she was just like, she'd been gaslit, she'd been manipulated, she'd been put through all the hell that a narcissistic person is going to put you through, and this was like the last kick of a dying horse, and unfortunately it ended the way it ended. So whichever way you look at it, she was out of her mind, and she should have been committed to an asylum for the better good of like everyone, herself, her kids, her husband, and the rest of everyone. So it's just so sad. I can't imagine what was going through her mind when she was putting that poison to her mouth, and watching the people that were closest in her life at the time, just watching them make fun of her or whatever they did, and just drink it knowing that she was going to die in vain. Honestly, I don't know what she hoped to achieve, but may she rest well where she is, and may God have pity on her kids. So now this guy, I strongly believe that he was a narcissistic person, because these are people that, like I've talked about before, they don't have any nerves, they don't have a heart. I don't know if they have any internal organs. Maybe if one is caught and autopsied, we'll know the truth, but I don't think they are human, for the sense that we hold humans like accountable at a certain degree. And he was cheating. Everyone knew that he was cheating, and there might have been some other issues in their relationship which led to this issue. And I'm speaking this from the position of someone who knows someone who actually tried to pull the same thing off with her significant other, only that in this case this woman was the narcissist, and she's just constantly, obviously she didn't take poison, she didn't die, she's doing well and good, she's doing better than anyone else around her, including her own kids. And yeah, she's narcissistic because she lied that she was going to take poison. She was using some household products, and the guy in this case actually called up her family. He called the people that he knew of hers that were closest to her, so they came in and they swooped in and saved the day. But I don't think she would have done anything, because a narcissist has this sense of self-preservation that's so high. So anyway, back to the guy. The guy should have done what this other guy did. He knows her family. He should have called them and told them, hey, this woman is unstable. She's acting out of, like, what she's doing is above my relationship grade. I can't handle this. Come for her, or here she is. I've delivered her to you to fix her, and I don't want her anymore, rather than just watch her kill herself, really. It's almost like he wanted to get rid of her, but didn't want to have a hand in it, because he didn't want the repercussions that will come with that. But he thought, oh wow, finally I'll be free of her, and I can keep doing my nonsense the way I want to do it. And so he could have taken the poison from her hands and presented her to some point of authority. I'm sure that they would have kind of held her and interrogated her and stuff like that. even if she would have still taken the same route, it wouldn't have been that same night, and it wouldn't have been that way. So he might have shown some kind of humanity which clearly he lacks, like to a horrifying degree. So when a person like this says that they want to take custody of their children, honestly, I am saying this as a mother who loves her children and who wishes that I could have raised them in a nuclear family like father and mother and happy kids. But I believe at the bottom of my heart, I believe that these children are better off growing up in the streets than growing up with this man, honestly. I hope that her family took them or someone else who is responsible. I don't know if her family is good or his family is good, but I know that he is not the right person to have these children. So whatever powers that be, they shouldn't grant him custody, because like my nanny was joking, not really joking, this isn't a laughing matter, but she was saying that, wow, if he gets custody and he gets to keep them, think about when one of the children starts acting up, and I believe they're both girls, these kids. So think about when they start acting up and they just get really out of hand, like children will at some point in time. What's to stop him from telling them, hey, if you've had too much, just go take poison like your mother. You saw what she did, just go save me from this nonsense. And if this is someone who can do this to someone who's mothered his child, I don't think that's really far from what he will do with his own children. So I think this is my parting shot. Both of those parties were adults, and maybe they both had the reasons for acting the way they did, but I believe that they were both wrong. Like there were other avenues to do this, to get to the bottom of this. I don't think that was the best way for either of them for any adult in that scenario to act. Unfortunately, one of them lost their lives, and it's so sad that it had to end like that, because maybe in her last moments she saw that she hadn't changed anything and she was just dying for nothing completely. We can't predict or control the way that we end our lives, but honestly, I'm sure if anyone was asked, hey, would you like to have made an impact with your death, or would just be lost among the other millions of people out there who've died? I'm sure that most of you or all of you will say that they want to have some kind of impact, like be remembered for making some kind of change, even if it's just in your child's life, honestly. So the parting shot I have for this is something that I've made another video about, I believe, and it's to say, honestly, don't ever put your happiness in someone else's hands. Don't let someone be responsible for your sanity, for your peace of mind, for your life, for the essence of your living. You will regret it. They will typically let you down. Even your own mother can let you down in these regards. Especially if she's narcissistic, because she only has herself in her mind and you're just something on the outlines. So take control of your life, even if that means cutting off everyone and everything that you know. Just don't become someone's like hand towel where they wipe their hands off after they've washed their hands, and you're just left there holding the grime and the water. By the way, why do hand towels get dirty when you only use them after washing your hands? If anyone knows that, let me know in the comments. And I think if you ever reach a point where you're thinking in your head that, wow, will this person care for me if I did leave? The answer is that they won't care. The answer is that you have your answer, or you're just clutching at straws. So honestly, rather than just waste yourself by either taking your own, like, 0 HPing yourself, or staying by their side while they use you and trample you into the ground. Just leave, honestly. You were before they came into your life, or you came into their lives. You can still keep being that when you are not with them. And it's never worth it. Never. It is never worth it. Just ask your friends and family. Like, give them that story and tell them that you're asking for a friend. And the answer, actually ask yourself the question like someone, a third party was asking you. And the answer that you give yourself, that's the answer that you need. It doesn't matter whether you're male or you're female. These things can happen to any gender. And so, honestly, I hope no gender war gets brought up as a result of this, but no relationship is ever worth your life. None. Like none at all. Unless, you're giving your life up so that your child can live. And even then, you might do that and it'll be like Ghost Rider, where this, the Ghost Rider, I can't remember his name in the movie, he gave his soul for his dad to be cured of cancer, only for his dad to like pass away the next day or the next week on a motorcycle accident. So just put yourself first, but not the way a narcissistic person does. Put yourself first by caring for yourself and removing yourself from any situation that you feel threatens your life, your mental peace, your sanity, your spiritual wellness. Just remove yourself from it. Even if it's momentarily, just take a step back and reevaluate everything. And if you feel like it's worth continuing with, then go back, I guess. But once you leave, I don't know if there's ever a reason to go back, because what you left is just going to be the same when you get back to it. So people, please stay safe. Please make choices that won't leave you regretting wherever you end up. And have some self-preservation. Stay safe. Let me get my cards to sleep, and good night.